Hello and welcome to today's edition of Mexico News Network's Breaking News Business on location here at the El Dorado Royale Spa Resort in Mexico's Riviera Maya. I'm your host, Elliot Bullman. Let's start with today's show. The next time you step in a sticky patch of gum, you can direct your curses towards Antonio López de Santa Anna, the famous Mexican statesman who introduced chicle to the inventor Thomas Adams while living in exile in the United States. Mexico is the birthplace of chewing gum. Today, Mexico trails only the United States as the world's second largest consumer of gum. However, the price of this fanaticism for chewing gum is the huge cleanup problem. And nowhere knows this better than Mexico City, a city at war with improperly discarded gum. Removing globs of chewing gum from pavements, statues and plazas is a specialized task in the Mexican capital. Distinct from other sanitation workers, Mexico City's chewing gum busters are deployed overnight, armed with heavy-duty dry vapor steam guns called Terminators. A recent gum cleaning mission on the entire length of Francisco y Madero Avenue, a heavily trafficked historic pedestrian street in the city center, required a team of 15 people working 8-hour shifts over 3 nights to get the job done. When completed, roughly 11,000 pieces of gum had been removed from the street. Mexico City officials are hoping that residents and visitors alike will take heed of a publicity campaign this month aimed at discouraging gum littering. Not only is discarded chewing gum an urban irritant and particularly grubby form of visual pollution, it's also a health risk. Over 40,000 different kinds of bacteria, including Salmonella and E. coli, have been found in Mexico City's street gum. Chewing gum is the second most littered item in the world. Cigarette butts are first, with an estimated 80 to 90% of post-chew gum failing to find its way into trash bins. The Associated Press reported in 2009 that the average square meter of pavement in Mexico City has 70 globs of chewing gum on it. In my view, Mexico City officials as a last resort could always adopt the Singapore-style outright ban and charge heavy fines for offenders of chewing gum. Mexico is the leading exporter of high-technology manufactured goods in Latin America and third in the G20. In addition, Mexico has more than 200 research and development centers. Among the reasons for these achievements is the fact that more than 130,000 engineering and technology students graduate each year, and that some of the country's universities are among the top 10 in Latin America. The collaboration between the government, private industry, and institutions of higher education is indispensable to achieve the increase of technicians in Mexico. Querétaro is an example of a successful federative entity that has designed academic institutions and programs to churn out workers of every kind for the aerospace industry. The tripartite relationship between the state of Querétaro, the aerospace industry, and the Universidad Aeronáutica de Querétaro ensures that a continuous stream of specialized graduates leave university to feed the increasing demand for human capital in the aerospace industry. The Universidad Aeronáutica de Querétaro and CONALEP have played an important role in the formation of human capital, since they've got educational models structured and adjusted to the dynamics of the same sector. The systematic model of integration ensures the development of new careers at the request of companies, higher wages, and the formation of a specialized cluster that has encouraged the attraction of foreign direct investment towards the state. In order for Mexico to cover the needs of the main productive sectors nationwide, approximately 1.4 million technicians are needed, whether it's training those who are already working or with upcoming generations. In my view, the strategic increase in the supply of qualified technical graduates in Mexico will lead to an increase in productivity in other leading manufacturing sectors such as construction, transportation, and energy. In Mexico, 32.4% of the population and 1 out of every 3 kids suffer with obesity. However, there's great hope that while Mexico has the second highest rate of obesity in the world, the fitness industry is going through a boom phase and has enormous potential to grow even further. Mexico now has close to 8,000 gym clubs with total sales of $1.48 billion US. It's the second largest market for the fitness industry in Latin America and has the fourth largest number of gym club affiliates in the Americas, representing a growth of 25 to 30% in the last year, according to the International Racket and Sports Club Association. 42 club chains operate in Mexico, and they're expanding rapidly. There are also many independent clubs, but they tend to be small and usually don't offer renovated facilities or professional services such as certified training programs. Mexican consumers are more brand sophisticated, and they now tend to use gym clubs not only to work out, but also to socialize. Gym clubs are no longer perceived as places for merely lifting weights and doing cardio. Consumers are actually going for expert advice to look after their health. Sports World, Sports City and Sport Fitness are consolidating their positions as market leaders, and they're proliferating rapidly. Each of these clubs serves a different market segment. Sports World is an upmarket chain of 46 family clubs for the AB segment. Sports City is a subsidiary of Grupo Marti with more than 40 big box clubs in the same market segment, while Smart Fit is a low-cost format franchise also owned by Grupo Marti along with Grupo Biorritmo, opening 11 new clubs a year. So here to talk to me about the boom in gymnasiums in Mexico is Aldo Sochiwa, the fitness and circuit trainer for the El Dorado Royale Spa and Gym here in Mexico. Hey Aldo, how are you?
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So what's behind this explosion of interest in gymnasiums in Mexico?
I think that now people are starting to become more aware. Before we didn't have the availability of the machines, the use, and if you wanted to go to a gym, you had to drive a certain amount of time. And now with it being so close and so many gyms being available and more instructors and being people informed not only in school but outside of school with their kids getting involved in programs and stuff.
In my view, Mexico's booming fitness industry can play a key role in the national strategy to decrease the concerning levels of obesity and metabolic disorders in the country. This was all for today. Thank you for joining me here at the El Dorado Royale Spa Resort in Mexico's Riviera Maya. I'm Elliot Bullman. Before we go, don't forget to check out all our social media networks, Facebook, Twitter and Google+, and you can catch us live on MexicoNewsNetwork.com for more information on Mexico and the world. Until next time.